Good morning, everyone. My name is Tyler Clifford, and today I'll be discussing the importance of biological conservation, specifically focusing on penguins. As many of you know, penguins are iconic species that play a vital role in their ecosystems, but they are under threat from climate change and habitat degradation. This presentation will explore why penguin conservation is so crucial, and how we can take action to protect these remarkable creatures. Penguins, partic- particularly those in southern hemispheres, are increasingly at risk due to warming temperatures and the loss of sea ice. The significance of this research lies in understanding how habitat preservation can support the survival of penguin populations, which depend on ice-covered habitats and specific food courses. We'll explore the threats they face, the conservation efforts underway, and why saving penguins matters for broader ecological balance. The central research problem is the impact of climate change on penguin habitats, particularly in Antarctica and surrounding regions. The hypothesis is that if we reduce human impacts such as CO2 emissions and protect critical penguin habitats, we can further we can prevent further population declines. This hypothesis is critical because the penguins are indicator species, meaning their decline signals broader impact, broader environmental issues that could affect many other species. Penguin populations are primarily concentrated in the southern hemisphere, with large colonies found in Antarctica and subantarctic islands. Over the past few decades, climate change has significantly altered the habitats where penguins thrive. Research has shown that sea ice loss, warmer ocean temperatures, and reduced food availability are driving penguins away from their traditional breeding grounds. The timeline for these studies spans several decades, with alarming trends in population declines. Researchers collect data on penguin populations using a combination of field observations, satellite tracking, and climate modeling. This allows them to monitor shifts in penguin behavior, breeding success, and migration patterns. Scientists also gather data on environmental factors such as sea ice extent and food availability, which directly affect penguin survival. The combination of ecological and environmental data provides a comprehensive picture of the challenges penguins face. The data collected shows significant decline in penguin populations, with species like the Adelaide penguin declining in numbers due to the loss of their ice-covered habitats. Other species, such as the emperor penguin, are facing similar threats. In addition, rising ocean temperatures are affecting the availability of food sources like krill. The data also indicates that some penguin species are shifting their breeding grounds in response to these changes, although the new areas may not be as suitable. As you can see on the chart, the percentage of dead penguins along 2 kilometers of coast at 6 to 15 locations along the coast at Chuba province has declined significantly since the early 1980s. Tanker lanes were moved farther offshore in 1997, and illegal ballast water dumping is rare, so few penguins are encountering patrolling along the Chubut coast. From the collected data, it is clear that penguins are highly sensitive to environmental changes, particularly those brought about by climate change. The loss of sea ice and warming of oceans are reducing their available habitat and food. Conservation efforts must focus on mitigating these impacts by reducing greenhouse gas emissions and protecting critical habitats. The data also suggests that habitat restoration, including protecting ice shelves and marine environments, is essential for penguin survival. Patagonian penguins are traveling farther north during incubation than they did a decade ago, Climate variation is probably delaying the return of penguin prey, creating a mismatch between prey and predator. While the data is reliable, there are some limitations. For instance, the long-term impacts of climate change on penguin populations are still not fully understood. Additionally, the complexities of global climate change systems mean that changes are not uniform across regions, complicating conservation efforts. Conflicts of interest also arise when industries, such as fishing, compete with the conservation goals, particularly when these industries impact penguin food sources or disrupt breeding grounds. In simple terms, the research shows that if we don't take action, penguin populations will continue to decline, and we will only be able to find them at SeaWorld. However, by protecting their habitats and reducing the human impact on their environments, we can give penguins a chance to recover. The data emphasizes the urgency of immediate action on a global scale to address climate change and protect these vital ecosystems. Penguins are a species we cannot afford to lose. They are a symbol of bigger environmental issues at play. In conclusion, penguins are not just a charming and iconic species, but they also serve as an important indicator of the health of our planet. The struggle with habitat loss due to climate change is a warning sign that must require urgent attention. By preserving penguin habitats, we're not helping these birds, we're protecting the ecosystems that they're part in. The so what of this study is that the survival of penguins is directly tied to the actions we take today to address climate change and environmental degradation. This is the reference link of the article. Thank you so much for your time.